Kia ora. In this video we will show you how to do your annual review. So once you've logged into the website, the first thing to do is to download the annual review forms. So you'll go to For Members, My Account, and Annual Reviews. Have a read of the information here, but just a reminder that the annual review covers the period 1st of April 2024 to the 31st of March 2025. And you have from the 1st of April to the 31st of May to complete your annual review and submit it. Reviews submitted after the 31st of May will incur a $100 late fee, and it may affect the issuing of your annual practicing certificate. If you need help at any time, please email annualreviews@nzcca.org.nz. Please don't email Hannah or myself directly. We want all annual review emails to go here. Otherwise it clogs up our own inboxes. So to download the forms, just click on the green box and you will see that they are downloading up here. So I use Google Chrome as my browser. They might appear somewhere slightly differently if you have Safari or Microsoft Edge or Firefox or something, but wherever your downloads go is where you will find them. So that's one place. The other place, if you can't find them there, is if you go down to your File Explorer, there should be a folder in there called Downloads, and they should be there. But I'm going to click on up here for ease, and you will see there's two files. So the first one is the form, and the second one is the guide. So just going to start with the guide very quickly. So we encourage you to download the form and the guide and kind of have them side by side. What we've done with the guide is we've tried to incorporate a lot of frequently asked questions, as well as try and cover a lot of the issues that we come up against when we go and review them. So just trying to get the information correct in the first place. So before you start, we encourage you to have a quick read through the guide. It should be pretty self-explanatory. So yeah, you'll see that there's a couple of questions here. Who needs to complete it? Who doesn't need to complete it? So please read through that, because you might be lucky and not have to complete it. And what period it covers, when it's due, if your supervisor's away, when will you get your invoice? I'm not going to cover it all. And then getting started. So I've shown you how to download the forms, but there's information in the guide here anyway. And the annual review is all one document this year, so it is different to the previous few years. So we've made it all into one document. It's not done online. It's going to be done on the file, and when we get to it, you'll see. So the first section is the personal details, then the supervision hours summary, CPD log, declarations, supervisor's report are the sections. And you'll see what I mean when we go to it shortly. And this guide covers each of those sections. So I am just going to quickly go through them. Anything in a green box is good information to know. Sometimes you may not be sure, like, if you change membership level, which one do you select? So there's information kind of like that all throughout the guide. Supervision hours summary. I'll cover this more in detail shortly. And again, there's the green boxes there. There's an example there that Hannah's done for you. And then there's kind of what we're looking for the two questions in the guide, just to give you an idea. Trying to make it as simple as possible for you, trying to make it as clear as possible. And then there's information on low supervision and a link to the supervision requirements. CPD log, again I'll cover that shortly. I'm just going to scroll through that. Have a look at the CPD requirements webpage, because if you're not sure what can be classed as CPD, that's a great place to start. And then I'll just highlight it here. Remember that we need at least 4 sentences per activity for your reflections. If you don't have 4 sentences or it's insufficient, it will hold up your annual review. And again, a low CPD explanation section. Then there's just a couple of declarations. I'm not going to cover those here. And then we move into your supervisor's report. Again, I'll cover this in the actual document shortly. And then there's a few questions here, FAQs. Who needs to complete this supervisor's report? You'll see here that it's your main external supervisor. And a few other things. So have a read through those. It should make it very clear for you. And then we want you to check and update your details. So when we transferred all the data from our old website to the new one, that all came over. However, a lot of people do change their address during the year, or update phone numbers, that sort of thing. And your online profile, find a counsellor information, you will need to just go through and double check. There have been some changes, so please watch that section of this video as well. If you don't change it, you may be missed out in some search results when people search for a counsellor. So, and especially the locations. These are the 2 biggest areas of practice and the locations. But I'll cover that again shortly. And then submitting your annual review. So there's information on where to go to submit it. I will cover that shortly as well. And then there's a little bit more help information. There's a help web page, etc. So we will go back to the form. Okay, so we'll download the form from those downloaded files. So just double clicking on that. You'll notice that it's opened in viewing. So you can either up here change it, oh, maybe not there. You can change it here to editing. And then you'll have to come back over here to allow editing. I encourage you at this point to go up and save the file, just as you normally would, onto your laptop. And just save as you go. So the first section is personal details, so that's very self-explanatory. Membership level is your current membership level. Information in the guide. Supervision hour summary, so we just want a breakdown of all the supervision you've had during the review period. So you will click in here, you'll add your main supervisor and how many hours you did with them during the review period. If you did internal supervision, group supervision, cultural supervision, or if you've got more than one external supervisor, but the others are supplementary, you can add those in here as well. And then question 1 here is we just want a tally of the hours on the table above. Question 2, on average, how many client hours did you do during the review period? Please refer to the guide for this question. This is probably the question that stumbles a lot of people up in the review, and we have to go back to them and clarify, because this does affect your supervision ratio. So please look at the information in the guide for this question. Low supervision explanation. So if your supervision is lower than the 1 to 20 or 1 to 40, we'd need an explanation here. Again, there's information in the guide. Moving on to CPD log. So just need you to complete this table with your CPD activities. Many of you will have completed the template that was emailed out to you throughout the year. we were hoping that you'd just be able to upload that, but we realized that it was going to take a lot of time for us to flip between different documents, so we've put it all in the one document. So if you could be really awesome and copy your activities over from that template into this one, that would be greatly appreciated. You will need to do it because there will be no space when you submit your review to upload that separate CPD log. So if you could put them in here, and then you'll just need to choose a category for each of those. Again, just pointing out the reflections, it needs to be at least 4 sentences on how the activity has influenced your practice. And again, look at the guide. There's a couple of questions that might get the brain juices going there. We've got a few spaces to add your activities. If you need to add some more, if you run out of room, you can highlight a couple, and then you can either just right click and copy, and then just going to click in there, hit enter again, and then I'm going to paste, just right clicking, and then I'm going to paste keeping the source format, and you'll see that it's added a couple of extra blocks there. And lastly, for CPD, we just want you to tally up the different totals of your formal clinical. So that's the in-person online, and then the other areas, and just put the totals in here, and then the grand total in there. If you have less than 40 hours of CPD as a member or less than 20 hours as a retiree, we just ask that you put an explanation in this box. Again, the guide kind of covers a little bit about what that might look like. Section 4, just some declarations for you to read and declare. And then if you could either print it and sign it, or you can just type your name in here. Don't worry if the formatting goes out like it has there, and then just put in today's date. That's fine if it chucks the formatting out, don't worry about it. And then you'll notice the green box says that the rest of this form is for your main external supervisor to complete. Again, refer to the guide. So supervisor's report. So they'll enter their personal details. We just need them to check this box if they are an NZCCA approved supervisor. If they've already been approved by us, then they can tick the box. If they are not, like they might be new to us, then there is information on our website. So on our website, under Become a Member application process, there's a form for them to submit. So just direct them to this page and get them to complete that form. So then it moves into their assessment about you, the supervisee. These should be all pretty self-explanatory. And again, we're just wanting the number of sessions they've done with you between the 1st of April 2024 and 31st of March 2025. And then there's some declarations, and again they just need to type in here, or they can print and sign it or whatever. Click the electronic signature if they do that, and that is it. Obviously make sure that you save it. So what I didn't cover just before is once you've done your bit before the supervisor report, you'll need to save it and then email a copy of it to your supervisor so they can complete the supervisor's report with you during supervision. And then they'll save it and send it back to you, and it'll be that version that you upload. Obviously make sure that the rest of your annual review is completed before you meet with your supervisor. So your supervision hour summary and your CPD log, etc. So now we'll move on to how to upload it. So when you're ready to upload it, you will go log back into the website, again you'll go to For Members, My Account, Annual Reviews, and if you scroll to the bottom of the page, submit your annual review. So you'll type in your name, I'm going to put in a test member here, email address, and then you will choose your annual review form from your files. So you'll click on the choose file and it will come up with your folders. So go through, find where you saved it to. Remember, it's the file that your supervisor sent back to you. So once you've saved that to your laptop from your email or whatever, you'll be able to find it and then click on it. I'm just going to use this one as my example and click open, and you'll see that it's attached the document here. And then you'll click on I'm not a robot, that's to stop spam, and then submit your annual review. And you'll get a nice little message to say that we'll be back in touch in early mid-June. After you've submitted it, Hannah and I will do a quick check through it, make sure we received everything that we need. It would be really helpful if you do a quick check before you submit it though. And if there's any issues, we'll come back to you and get you to fix them and then submit it. But otherwise, we will be in touch after our annual review day in early mid-June. Thank you so much. Reminder that if you have any questions, do drop us an email to annualreviews@nzcca.org.nz.